Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our special call today. You see my background. I'm getting some hearts. You love it. You know what's happening. We have a special call today, so special that we opened it up to all of our business leaders and above, because guess what? In a few weeks, we are going to be launching a brand new product. So today's call is dedicated to everything BioCell Life Plus. And what we are going to be doing today is getting some training because we want you ready to launch strong, to know about what makes this product so amazing. So we are so honored to be here today with Asma Ishak. She is the CEO of our Liquid Queen of BioCell, all knowing, and she is actually here. She has been integral in the development of this next evolution of BioCell. So, yes, CEO of Liquid Collagen Acquisition, because of course. And so I would love to turn it over to her to train you all. Hi, Ozma. To,
Hi.
to train you all, because so you're in it for a treat. So you learn everything Life Plus. So, Ozma, over to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adriana. And I just want to say that today is like a pivotal moment. I am so excited. We had the opportunity to, over the last week or so, start rolling out this news about Liquid BioCell Life Plus, our new product. And so it is a long time coming that we get to share even more additional details about it to you, even before you're able to get it into your hands, so that you can have a great runway to learn about everything. And I'm just so very, very thrilled because there have been a lot of hardworking people and effort that has gone into this. So I would like to extend a very special thanks to Lauren Safety in our marketing team, Elizabeth, Adriana, everyone over in the marketing creative who has helped put all of this together very quickly, everyone in operations who helped to make this product possible, Jen Anderson and the R&D team who have worked diligently on this as well, and Roger himself. Everyone has been involved in the evolution of what would be the most profound thing to hit this industry. And we put a lot of thought and effort into this. And I will tell you, I will not find anyone more passionate about collagen. So I'm going to tell you a little background of this, give you a little context, and then also give you a training on what this product, which will take your businesses to the next level, will actually do for you. So, and by the way, this isn't, it's not just a product training that we're going through today, right? This is the next chapter in a category that we helped build and create. It didn't exist. So collagen is now a multi-billion-dollar global market, but it didn't get there by accident, right? It got there because products like Liquid BioCell actually proved that collagen could actually work. Back in the day when I first started, over almost 3 decades ago, people didn't believe in collagen, ingestible collagen. Medical community definitely shunned it because they didn't believe that taking in collagen could actually result in more collagen in the body. And that's because it's a macromolecule. But we discovered the ways to be able to make it effective and actually reach the tissues and create so many amazing effects that there are loyal consumers on Liquid BioCell. We've not only created well over $1 billion in global sales across brands and markets, but the reason why we did it is because when collagen is delivered correctly, people feel it, right? So today we're taking that legacy and raising the bar again. Okay, so I'm going to give you some background as education. On the next slide, you'll see here that most people think that, uh, you know, aging basically starts when they start to see wrinkles, but that's actually not true. It doesn't. It starts at the structural level. So your body is actually building on a framework of collagen fibers and woven together in this triple helix, which is like a fancy word, really, to describe the structure of this molecule in our bodies that really doesn't exist anywhere else. It actually gives our tissue its tensile strength, right? And that structure is what allows our skin to stay firm and full, our joints to stay smooth, our tendons to stay strong. And when that structure weakens, everything changes. You don't just look older, but you move older, you recover older, you feel older. And that structural change again is happening long before you start to actually see the effects. Next, you'll see on the slide here is that collagen is not only the most abundant protein in our human body, but it's actually the load-bearing protein. So when I say load-bearing, this might mean something to a lot of your fitness enthusiasts as well. I learned a long time ago in my early training, like, strength training days, that exercise load-bearing exercises are better for your body. And the reason why is it's like better to walk than it is to kind of sit back on a bike, and exercise. And that's because when you put pressure on your body, on your bones, it actually strengthens it, right? So that's how you can have greater bone density, have a better result for longevity. And so think about collagen being the load-bearing protein of life. It actually forms all the scaffolding of our skin, the tense fibers of our tendons, the cushioning of cartilage, between all of our bones and our toes, fingers, knees, hips, everywhere. And that framework of bone also consists of collagen. So the integrity of the connective tissue is actually based on collagen and that triple helix. So think of three strands in this molecule that are actually twisted together for maximum stability and durability. And so I liken this, I love this example because it's like taking three strands of hair, right? If you were to braid those three strands, how much stronger they would be, right? It would prevent each strand from breaking if they were individual and you tugged on them. So when that triple helix weakens, the body actually loses structure integrity. And that's why collagen, it's not just a beauty trend, right? It's a structural necessity. So you're going to start to hear words from us about structural resilience and things like that because we're trying to let everybody understand that this structure is the key to longevity of your health, your fitness, your activity levels, and this actually fits in the context of live age free. That's what we are all about at Shaklee, right? And that's why I knew that this is a match made in heaven, for Shaklee and Liquid BioCell because we believe in exactly the same outcome. We believe in exactly what we're doing here too. So on the next slide, you'll see something here too. What's interesting about collagen is that it's actually, the decline of it is predictable. So starting in your mid 20s or so, you're going to start to see production of collagen in our body dropping by about 1% a year. And then by your 40s, your breakdown is happening faster than your body can actually rebuild it. So it's not just losing collagen, losing the strength and density and elasticity. It's not losing not just the amount, but the rate of production actually breaks down too. And that's why the collagen category exploded globally because guess what? From a marketability standpoint, every person on the planet is experiencing this decline, right? So it's not a niche market. It's not a special product that some people need, some people don't. It actually fits across the different age groups here, age span. It's never too late to take the product. When you're rebuilding collagen, when you're rebuilding your levels of HA levels, the hydration and everything, it actually builds day by day by day to make sure that it protects you from all of the different factors. And we're going to go on to that on the next slide. And by the way, if you're past your 50s and 60s and 70s, if you're in your 80s, this is an excellent product to take because it will have those kinds of benefits. And that's also demonstrated through the clinical research that we have done in the past. So collagen actually, it's not just about age. It's actually driven by so many effects around us about why it's declining, right? So it's driven, that decline is actually driven by oxidative stress, inflammation. It's driven by hormonal changes. Women lose up to 50% of their collagen when they're going through menopause and perimenopause. Environmental damage also creates the decline of collagen in our body. Mechanical wear and tear. So I will say for all of anyone who's active, very active, our bodies weren't designed to like lift certain pounds every single day at this many weight. It wasn't designed to run a marathon so often. The more and more you overuse your joints, the more and more you're going to have that mechanical wear and tear. So over time, the enzymes in our body are also literally cutting apart all of these fibers, right? All of these collagen fibers. And so what happens is that triple helix unravels. So think about that braid and imagine it coming loose, right? It's not going to become strong anymore. The tightly bound braid is really strong, right? And I think about my niece when I'm braiding her hair, right? When it starts to get loose, it just becomes messy. That strength drops, the structure weakens, and so all of these other supplements on the market, most of them try to just replace collagen, or try to mix up a bunch of different types of collagen. But that's not what it's about. The realigning of that collagen alone doesn't actually rebuild structure, right? Or replenishing that collagen doesn't rebuild that structure. So you have to protect it. You have to signal new production, and you have to rebuild stronger fibers. So that's exactly what Life Plus was designed to do. On the next slide, you'll see one of the most powerful messages we have in this category, okay, which is about choice. Okay. So aging is not something that actually has to happen to you, right? You can actually influence it. You influence your structure, you influence your strength, you influence your resilience. And the earlier you support that collagen, the stronger the foundation stays, right? And that's what I was talking about when I said the compound effect. So that's why this category has grown into one of the biggest in wellness. And all of you already have in your hands the products that have actually brought this category to where it is today. And, because people don't just want to live longer, right? They want to live stronger. And so that's what we're doing here with Liquid BioCell Life Plus. On the next slide, you'll see that, we developed our reputation on Liquid BioCell by delivering collagen in a form that the body could actually use, and that when you were ingesting it, that it actually reached the tissues. And that's why it became a billion-dollar success. Not because of hype, not marketing, it was actually results, right? And literally, like back when I founded my company, I went door to door, like one person to another or another. That's why I can relate to so many who start off in their businesses, and just reaching out to that one person, then the next person, that person leads to another. Like that's exactly what it took, because the education, the consumer awareness was not around then. So what we're doing here at Shaklee now is we're trying to introduce the next evolution. Why? Because science evolves, right? So many things are evolving right now, right? On a day, it's a compound effect. On a daily basis, things are changing in the world right now. And what we're doing here is we're presenting to you everything that we've learned over decades of research and development and science, and especially experience with this product. So we're introducing to you the new Liquid BioCell Plus, and it contains the TriPlex technology. So this isn't just collagen, okay? It's a system. It's a system to design, that's actually been designed to support the full collagen life cycle. So what I want to like ingrain in all of you to remember about this product when you're describing its benefits are these three words: protect, stimulate, and build. Okay. And this is how you move from maintenance to actually structural optimization. That's what we're trying to do here with this product. And I'm going to go into all the details about the new ingredients in this and why it differs from Liquid BioCell Life, or the other products or anything like that. But this is very, very different than any other product. In fact, when I find companies or competitors just mixing different types of collagens together, it shows me that they don't really have an understanding, at least more, basically about our product, but also about collagen in general. Just because you ingest something does not mean that it will create something. So you could eat a strawberry, you're not going to become a strawberry, right? So you have to understand how the body works and how it's actually taking in these nutrients and what it's doing. So on the next slide here, you're going to be able to see those three categories of what this entire product line is doing. This is actually working in three different dimensions. So think about complete collagen life cycle care. That's what we're doing here. Complete life cycle care of collagen. And no other product is doing exactly this. Okay. And we're doing it in three ways. What we're looking at is, how do we protect and defend collagen from oxidative stress and all the enzymes that degrade that triple helix? How do we stimulate, right? How do we provide peptides and signals that actually activate collagen producing cells in the body? And then how do we build? How do we support that environment, the extracellular matrix? Because collagen and all the other components and molecules next to it are like a brick wall. Think about a brick wall. If you had just laid bricks down, not going to be a strong, brick wall, right? You have to have mortar in between to glue all those cells together, correct? All those bricks together. That's what the extracellular matrix is about. And that's what we're doing is to actually fortify that extracellular matrix with a number of other ingredients that will help to protect those bricks in that wall. And so this is how we support the full life cycle of collagen. So stay on this track with me on the protect part of it right here. The first new ingredient that you'll see here listed is called pine bark extract, right? That's one of the new ingredients in Life Plus, and it actually contains a lot of proanthocyanins, and these are actually powerful components that help to defend collagen fibers against oxidative stress. So we talked about all the factors that accelerate collagen degradation in the body, and that means you have to fulfill your body with powerful antioxidants that can actually help connective tissue, circulation, skin integrity. And the reason why that's so important is because that oxidation actually weakens that bond that holds the collagen triple helix together. So when those bonds break, we lose skin firmness. The joints start to lose cushioning in between them. Recovery slows too. And pine bark extract actually helps to stabilize those fibers, which actually supports stronger, more resilient collagen over time. And again, it's about protecting the structure, not just replacing it, right? Now, then in the next paragraph on the line here, you're going to see another ingredient called fucoidan. And so this is a rare marine polysaccharide that actually comes from brown sea algae. So think about brown like seaweed. And it has been studied extensively to be able to help support cellular protection and help your body have a healthy inflammation response too. And so why does that matter for collagen? Because inflammation and oxidative stress, as we just discussed, activate all those enzymes that are literally cutting down those collagen fibers, cutting them apart. And so when those enzymes increase in our body, that triple helix actually starts to break down. And so that's where you're going to lose all your tissue resilience. And fucoidan actually helps to support that body's kind of natural defense system. And it helps to protect those existing collagens from premature breakdown and to be able to protect it. So that's in the protect part of that TriPlex technology. And that's a trademark term that we are actually using as well. The next ingredient you'll see on the next column here, and by the way, sorry, when I want to touch on one more thing. When I'm talking about the enzymes that break down all these components in our body, enzymes end in ase. So you'll always see like collagenase or hyaluronidase. That means that's the enzyme in our body that's breaking it down. The more we can suppress those, the better it is because it'll actually help from breaking those down, right? So it's not just about replenishing, and that's what Liquid BioCell story has always been about. It's about giving your body the components it needs, help to produce more of them, but also help to suppress the breakdown of that. Now, in the next column, we're going to move to the build part of this, right? Or stimulate part of this, which is biotin is the next ingredient here that you'll see. Many of you are maybe familiar with biotin. This is actually kind of grown into a very household, kind of term lately in the nutrition industry. But biotin, people often kind of understand for hair and nails only, but it plays such a bigger role than that. It's actually involved in cellular metabolism and protein synthesis, which means that actually helps the body to actually build those structural proteins, including collagen and keratin. So keratin is what exists in your hair, for example, and in your nails. It's a totally different molecule. Whereas collagen fibers are forming at the follicles or in the nail bed, in the skin. And so that's important because if you have higher, better, healthier levels of collagen and keratin production, what happens is that when those collagen fibers are forming, you can actually have a better alignment. And those cross-links are what gives collagen its tensile strength, the ability to stretch and bend and hold together without breaking. So it'll make you have stronger, aspects of, hair, nails, all of those things. And so the process is so much less efficient if you didn't have enough biotin in your body. So biotin actually helps to support that formation of stronger structural proteins, which translates into healthier skin, stronger nails, and of course, more resilient connective tissue. So again, this supports the build side of the collagen's life cycle. Now you're going to see another ingredient here, which is in our new Life Plus formula, which is zinc. Um, this is incredible, of course. You probably are all familiar with zinc, one of the most important minerals for tissue repair and collagen formation metabolism. So zinc has, actually plays a role in over 300 different enzymatic reactions in the body. And many of these reactions are actually involved in collagen synthesis. So it actually helps with those enzymes that break collagen down. So if you're getting a theme here, which is we're trying to help build, right? We're helping stimulate these cells, but we also need to prevent from breaking these down. So this has actually also been crucial for immune balance and healthy inflammatory response. Again, that matters because inflammation accelerates collagen loss. So zinc fits into this protect and build part of the triplex model just perfectly. And so when you're looking at all of this, you're catching a theme here again. Protect, the fucoidan, pine bark, antioxidants, zinc, stimulate with what our liquid biocell, the active ingredient, right? The collagen HA matrix itself helps to proliferate and actually stimulate chondrocytes and dermal fibroblasts to produce more collagen cells, more chondroitin sulfate, more hyaluronic acid. And so, what I love about the TriPlex technology, it also fits into the theme of threes. I think it's a very mystical number, but there's three different levels of or composition, main components of liquid biocell, which is collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate. It takes all of these components to actually give you complete care for your body when it comes to the levels of all of those components. And now what we're doing with the TriPlex technology is also showing three different levels of that complete collagen life cycle here too. So we'll move on to the next one here too, which is to build. And then here are all the claims on this. Yes, you can go ahead and proceed. Thank you so much. So this is why we're calling this the next evolution in collagen industry, right? Because it's the deeper understanding. What's amazing now, because we do have another ingredient in here too, called calcium fructoborate, and I just wanted to touch on that as well. This is actually a combination of calcium and fructose. It's a source of boron. This is what helps us to produce vitamin D, which is so important in bone density. So one of the new claims, which I'm so excited about because collagen supplements have tended to limit, bone density claims. But with this new supplement, we're actually going to be making those claims on the new product, which includes bone density. That's right there on the front of the label, you guys. I am so excited about this because, again, all of these are not just to add ingredients, but it's actually to support the entire life cycle of collagen. So this is next level thinking at its highest level from the experts, who started the collagen movement. This is beyond anyone's understanding of what delivers. And I will tell you this is that every competitors or competition never ever actually I loved more competition when it came to the collagen space because it only made us stand out even further and it only made us grow our sales. So this is why I think when you go out there and Adriana's going to give you some really valuable tools here to be able to go out there and build your business with all this. What you're going to talk about here is why, we started this whole movement and why it ends with us too. Okay. Because this affects the entire body and we're not just looking at a myopic aspect of collagen care or anything like that. This is actually coming from the creators, right, of what's happening in this entire space. So we're building on one of the most successful collagen systems that were ever created. And now we've already generated well over $1 billion in sales across the world in this, but that doesn't happen unless the product works. And now we're taking that to the next level. We're saying, here's the proven collagen HA matrix, but now we're adding precision targeted bioactives, antioxidant protection, and we're actually going to be able to support stronger collagen formation and bone density. It's the same foundation, but it's the next generation science. And I'm so, so thrilled about being able to launch this product with all of you. and can't wait to see all of the success that you'll be able to achieve. I am going to hand the reins over back again to, oh, let me cover this really quickly too. Sorry, one more thing. Here is just another kind of a visual of what the bottle looks like. So it's very similar to the bottle that you have right now. You still take 2 tablespoons a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. The half-life of collagen is about 12 hours in the body. That's why we recommend the split dosage. And again, you're going to have all of these different benefits. Everything you love about Liquid BioCell Life, but more, right? So again, this is on all of the years of research and development and science and understanding of what it takes to actually have complete care. And this is our liquid bioactive collagen that we are delivering here as soon as very shortly here, right? Like in a couple of weeks. I can't wait to be able to get this into your hands. The pricing on this, you can see this on the screen here as well. $79.99. I am going to hand it back to Adriana, who can cover so much more about how to take this to market. Because remember, the purpose here is to change the world, right? To change your world. We have such an exciting pivotal point right now as a company, and we are in such the prime position to be able to help you accelerate your businesses. And by the way, I think that this also I'll just do a plug here for people in Canada because I see a lot of messages here too. Yes, this will, we're going to be able to have it well, let me just explain to you what I would do if I were you, because it's going to take us about a year to be able to get this into Canada because we have to go through the lengthy registration process. God bless Health Canada. But it'll be worth it. But I can tell you that I would just double down on those claims that you're already making in Canada with your Life Plus already, which is claims that we can't make in the United States. So I would just double down on all those claims that you're making, and we'll be able to get it soon enough over there. So I'll let Adriana talk a little bit about how you can take this to market. Thank you so much for all of your attention, and take it away.
Thank you so much, Ozma. Everyone is like, I need this now. Hold your horses. We have 2 weeks, but right? How amazing is this product? This literally is the next evolution. And so, what I want to take you through is really from a mindset perspective and from a business perspective, if we could get that first slide up. Um, and everyone, this is launching to everyone, customers, ambassadors, everyone is going to have access to this as soon as we have it available, which is April 1st. So no BL courtesy shipment. I'm just reading the chat. We wanted to get it in everyone's hands as soon as we had it. So that's why we kind of are like, let's just get it out to everyone. Okay. So you heard about the product, you heard about the innovation and why this is just straight next level. Now I want you to put your business hat on, right? Like we want it, I want it, like I want all the benefits. But from a business perspective, my friend, this isn't just about a launch of an amazing new product that there's nothing like it out on the market. This is a time to grow your business. This is the biggest opportunity you have in your business right now. And let me point out to you, it is about, and when I say right now, I mean right now before the launch, it's all about sponsoring new ambassadors. Okay. You can use this time right now to, people are excited. People already love BioCell. There is already a demand for this product, proven success with this product, with using the product, building businesses around this product. You have the opportunity to lead your teams and create massive energy in the next 2 weeks. So your teams are walking into this launch ready, motivated, growing. It is an ideal moment to get any new person who is ready to start a business on board now. So then you could prepare them in the next 2 weeks, set them up, have them launch properly, and then go into April knowing that they kind of have a sure thing. Like they're about to ride a wave. This product has already brought billions to the market. This is taking us to the next level. Okay. So every person that your mindset should be straight about how do I get more people on my team? How do I share this opportunity to be able to introduce people into a business that is about to take off? So, perfect timing. Now you've heard about it, you're excited about it. This is the time to share and get other people excited about. You've heard about BioCell, you've seen all the before and afters. You have the opportunity to get in on that business, right? So, definitely that is your focus in the next 2 weeks. The second piece from a growth perspective, when you think about this product, is I want you to think about it. This is a daily ritual product. You are going to need 2 tablespoons a day, 2 bottles a month, and you are going to see the best results. People see the best results after around 2 to 3 months. That means every order that you plan to place and you will place with this product needs to be on loyalty. Okay. That is the mindset. I don't want to say there's no point in just selling one bottle. You need consistent, just like everything with our health, but especially for a product like this, someone needs to use it consistently, and they are going to see all of those crazy results on their skin, how they move, how they feel on an everyday basis. The product already has shown we have over 20 years of people who swear by BioCell. So can you imagine that we've now added these additional 2 elements? So not only is it going to help your body produce more collagen, it's going to protect the collagen that you have from breakdown, and then it's going to build that stronger environment, that more stable environment, healthier environment for stronger, more resilient collagen. That that now is something that's going to take the impact, the benefits, the effects of this product to another level. But it is important to think about this product again, auto ship, loyalty, so then you start to build a predictable, stable, reoccurring business. Okay. Okay. Next slide. So, how are you going to talk about this? I'm going to tiny sprinkle, about the product. But again, I want you super focused on how are you sponsoring new ambassadors with this product, because this product is just an ideal product to launch any business. So from a product perspective, the benefits, there's really fun and provocative ways that I want you to think about how to bring this to life on social or in your everyday conversations, where we're no longer talking about just collagen quantity, right? It's not just about supplementing and getting more collagen. Quantity matters, but quality matters even more, right? That's the kind of shift in thinking. Your body still makes collagen at 40, but just not like it did at 20, right? Those are the kind of things that people are like, oh, I never thought, like, I guess you're right, and like, great. Now we have a product that can help support that. If you only replace collagen, you're only solving half the problem. Sorry, guys. So, really, how are you positioning this product as something that's more elevated, more beneficial, doing something different than anything else out there, right? So let's get back to sponsoring. Let me tell you, I'm going to give you 3 reasons. So we have the copy for you. We've written various hooks, social hooks, both from a product perspective, also how you can sponsor and attract new people, partners to your business. But let me break it down for you. So all of that will be available for you. But there are 3 reasons, just so you could kind of simplify it, why Life Plus is such a great way to start a business. So, number one, like I said, BioCell has over 20 years of proven demand. So, this isn't something kind of brand new. Yes, it's a next evolution, but you already have built-in demand around this product. You already have years of proof that people buy this product on repeat. So this is a business that has already been proven to work. So someone new coming in, they don't have to guess or try to convince, like, This has already been proven. So it's kind of it's a stable business to walk into. Number two, this goes beyond collagen, right? I mean, you heard Ozma talk about it, but this product, there is nothing like it on the market that really addresses the full life cycle. So those three different points of how collagen ages, this is different. So you are offering and starting off with a product that is truly differentiated in the market. You can't get it anywhere else. And the third piece, again, before and afters are key. And what does that mean? That means people love to see the transformation. They love to see the before and they love to see the after. So that is great for a new person starting a business. You need your before, which is any new person, and start using this product and start to document that transformation. That is sales right there. That is how you monetize your journey. That is what this product will do. So when you think about how you are going to attract, recruit new ambassadors specifically during this time, or even, after we launch, those are the those are the three reasons I want you to think about. There's already proven demand and repeat business in this product. It's completely differentiated, so no one else can get it out there. And then the third, you just need your own transformation story. So it's actually ideal for anyone brand new to our industry. The next slide, and this is a bit of a sneak peek because, of course, the creative team, all the teams have been fast and furious at photo shoots, ideating how do we really bring this to life. So this really helps you visualize how we're going to bring this product to life. Clearly, it's really important for us to show, a wide range of people, men, women, but the colors are beautiful. It's clean. It's showing not just skin benefits, it's joints, it's the mobility, it's all the bone density. You will have access to not only finished marketing assets, social media assets, but what we're doing a little bit differently with this launch is we also want to provide you with just the graphics themselves. So we know, because we see it out there on social, you're creating your own amazing, compelling graphics and marketing materials and presentations that, you want to word it a little bit like this, or you want to lean in this way because of your audience. So we want to also provide you with these graphics themselves, which are so gorgeous, so compelling. So we will be providing all of that to you. And then my last slide for my section is that, yes, we actually have, so the toolkit for Life Plus is live now in Shaklee Tools. It is limited right now. Right now, we have the teaser graphics. We have a product info sheet that I highly suggest you download to really, really digest this information. You heard it here on the call. Now you could go back and kind of read it and understand the and just start to digest it more and more. That is available to you now. What we will also be rolling out across the next 2 weeks are those graphics, is a posting guide filled with copy and captions. We will have a flip book that you can easily text out to all of the people who show interest or comment on your posts, or after a conversation, we'll have product video, a science video, an email template, this PowerPoint presentation. So, you're going to have presentations yourself, talking points, all of this will be available to you, and you will continue to see it right there in that one Life Plus toolkit, that folder in Shaklee Tools. So I hope, and then April, let's look a little bit to the future. So there you go, April 1st. That is the day we launch. That is the day we kick off. And we are dedicating our whole April broadcast call, 10 a.m. Pacific, to Life Plus. We're going to kick off the month, talk all about Life Plus, get the whole field trained, ready to go. Boom, you can sell, you can sponsor, you can attract new, all the things starting on that day. It will be live and available for everyone. We just want to make sure you guys are prepped and brainstorming and thinking in the next 2 weeks. How am I going to make this the biggest launch? Number two is April 10th. We have our master's call. Yeah, no, great. Screenshot it. These are all the things. This is just all the information. April focus, Life Plus, quarterly incentive, because Q2 will be kicking off in April. New partnerships, recognition, all the things translated in both Spanish and French. And with that, so clearly we are excited, but I want you to be fully focused. This is the time to grow your teams. This is a time for new, right? This is so, this will be really a great moment for us. But with that, I also am excited because we have another amazing, beautiful guest, Andrea Gebhardt, VIP Elite Senior Master Coordinator from a California girl. And she herself is also quite the expert in BioCell. And I know she is looking at this launch and really seeing how it's just going to explode your business. Hi, Andrea.
Hi,
I
who's
love the
ex
lip. You
Oh,
look so good.
thanks. Yeah, it elevates immediately. Just
So good.
listen, ladies, if you're having a minute or a moment, especially if you're a mom, just throw a little lipstick on it. It solves everything. I have my co-host here with me here today. She's getting all learned up on BioCell. She is so excited. She's hoping for the bone density pet version. I'm so excited. And how many of us can we just give a little like shout out and some like super excited emojis for our incredible presenters like Ozma. You just laid out the science so beautifully and did such a wonderful job just sharing the difference and the evolution and what this collagen really addresses. It was fantastic. I was like feverishly taking notes. And then Adriana, you're just so brilliant with words and how to take this information and position it for the marketplace. And for that, we're grateful for the entire team for really just you guys understand that this launch was completely moved up, like almost an entire month. And what that goes to show you is that we just have the most amazing team who are all hands on deck, who really pulled together to make incredible things happen, not just for this launch of this product, but really, I want you guys to think about this as an incredible time to launch your business. And if you're sitting here and you're like me, you're a little bit frantic, who's feeling this? You're like, where do I start? There's so much new information. There's so many great resources and tools. Now I just kind of have to figure out how to get it organized and dialed in. And if I can have your attention for the next, 5 to 10 minutes here to just let me kind of give you a little bit of a roadmap of how to strategically approach this launch in a way that doesn't just, result in a handful of sales and a little bit of growth, but in a way that is going to be an absolute trajectory shift in your businesses. If I can have your permission, will you guys please let me know in the chat? Permission granted. Roadmap, yes, girl. Let's go. I hope you have your pen and paper ready. I am going to do my best because my heart is racing. Like, that's how naturally excited I am. My heart is over here racing. She's clearly not as into it, like napping, I guess. And I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled for all of us because for so many of you, the introduction of BioCell over the last 11 months has been new. It's a product that came new to the catalog, new to the portfolio. We were open to learn. We started trying it. We fell in love with it. Tell me if you fell in love with BioCell. Tell me if you've been taking the product for any amount of time. You're just like, wow, this is a really phenomenal product. I'm seeing differences. I'm feeling differences. And you start to realize right away that this is one of those foundational staples that you don't want to let go of. I have had the extreme blessing of being able to introduce BioCell into my system over the last 6 years. And I'm grateful because it took me from that mid 30s to now crossing the bridge into the 40s and feeling the best. I think, holding up pretty well and just really enjoying the product for what it is. Like, I mean, we love it, right? And so while many of you maybe didn't have the opportunity to be a part of a billion-dollar launch, to be a part of a product that grew to be a billion-dollar entity, what I want you to know and recognize right now, what I want to invite you to is the next gen launch of BioCell. Like, this is already a billion-dollar franchise. The launch of this product with the evolved science, the evolved approach, the precision bioactives, we're talking about not just, we already have such a strong foundation that we stand on. We're already the most visibly recognized, globally known collagen on the planet. Like literally, people see the bottle, they know exactly what it is, and they know about it because it's just created such an indelible, claim in the marketplace when it comes to collagen supplementation. And so here's where we start to get really excited about it. And here's where we get really strategic because I could be here and be excited and just throw all kinds of like hypey noise at you, but I really want you to just like take a second. Grab your nervous system from way up here and ground it a little bit and understand that like when you put strategy to something that's really exciting like this, when we have this opportunity for, this collision of preparation, timing, new launch, all the skills as equipped as you are, big things can really take place. So I want to talk to you about like really how to use this moment to help you build your business. And I'm going to kind of give it to you in two approaches that work very, very beautifully together. First things first, when we think about this new product, we immediately start to think about all the people that we know who could use it, right? Yes, yes, yes. And we start to think about you guys have heard the training today. You're like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I know so many people could benefit from this. Yes, that's true. Here's what I want you to know. Whenever you have a new product launch like this, that's not something that's brand new being introduced to the marketplace. This is like a level up, right? From what we've had before. And so what you want to think about is not just like how many of my current customers are going to order it or people on our team are going to order it, because we understand, right, that the only way to generate new business from this launch is to generate new business. If you agree with me, say yes in the comments. The only way to generate new business is to generate new business. Because if your current customers just switch from one biocell to the new biocell, that does not generate new sales or new volume. If your team switches from one biocell to the new biocell, that does not generate new sales or new volume. So whenever we have a launch, we have such a unique timing to capture, put the word capture in the chat, capture so much more. We don't want to transfer business from one product to another. We want to generate new business around the product. So I'm going to give you some numbers and some things to think about, and I'm going to help you bring this all together. So let's say we all set a goal. Everybody, let's set a goal. Let's set a goal of at least 20 new customers on the BioCell. I'm going to probably do a lot of BioCell Vivix combination because those to me are like magic. Two of my favorites. You might be a fan too. I call it my longevity duo. But that's what we want to do. 20 new customers. Here are the numbers. When you get 20 new customers on just 2 bottles of BioCell, right? I suggested add Vivix to that obvi for all the obvious reasons, but you get it. That is $3,000 in sales. That is $3,000 in sales. That automatically bumps you to that premier ranking. That automatically pulls you up to a higher sales tier, and it stacks. It stacks on what you've already created and generated. It stacks. That's amazing. That is $910 in commissions. Hello. Hello. 20 conversations, almost $1,000. Yes. And yes. Andrea, if I offered you $1,000 to go start 20 conversations around this new product, would you do it? Yes, absolutely. And you know what else? You want to know what else? This is the power punch here that I get all excited about. That is 2,460 points. PTV is the place to be. Can we talk about it? What does that mean? Adriana's loving my raps. She just loves my raps and my poetry. I'm just so gangster when it comes to this stuff. I swear, it's the inner Cali girl. Like I didn't grow up in the cool parts. I grew up in the valley. We're built different here. So Ozma's like, that is fact. So, but can I just give those numbers again? 3,000 in sales, 910 in commissions, almost 2,500 points in volume. That is powerful. That is going to move some things. Let's talk about from a customer perspective. Great, that's amazing. Now, let's think about this whole idea. Adriana's like, let's use this moment to build new teams. So I want to ask you a question. Who is your launch team going into this? You have a business. I'm not talking about your business. I'm not talking about the people you currently work with. I'm not talking about your current teams. Who is your launch team? A new set of people that you're going to bring in to work with you to launch this product together. It is literally like a match made in heaven because with what you know, what you can do, your skills, your everything else, to bring 3 people into that, what they think, oh, cool, I get to be a part of a really amazing launch. What you know is I'm going to change their whole entire world. You just took your kid and put him on a surfboard on like the best wave in the ocean. They don't have the vision to maybe see that. They don't have maybe the fortitude even to like kind of put all that together, but you do. Who's your launch team? Who is your launch team? Who are you going to bring in right now, today, tomorrow, this week, and get them primed and positioned? Let's talk about why that matters. Let's take those same numbers and let's layer it. You help 3 people get started. They're going to order right now. They're going to get started. They're going to make sure BioCell is a part of that getting started order for them so that they can get it in. They can start drinking BioCell in their stories. They can start building curiosity and credibility around a daily collagen supplementation so that when the new product launches, it makes sense to shift the conversation to the new product. Am I making sense for everybody here? Right? But let's talk about it. You get them in, you get them positioned, the product launches, you teach them how to go have 20 conversations, which by the way, so simple because they're like brand new. So there's a lot of people they get to go talk to. You just help them get who knows how, like in their first week, in their first few days of the launch, you just help them do $3,000 in sales. Dang. You just help them earn almost $1,000 in commissions. Guys, that's just on your 30%. That doesn't even include star bonuses. That 910 does not include star bonuses. So it's well over that $1,000 level. And you just put 2,400, almost 2,500 PTV in their pocket and got them initially qualified for the trip. Who are you? What is happening? There has never been a better time to come on Shaklee, partner up, link up, leverage this launch in a way that you have never done before. Can we talk about that plan? 5, put a 5 in the comments. I love that idea. I can get around that. That is simple. That is strategic. It gives me a roadmap. It helps me understand exactly what I need to do. It's motivating me. And here's why it should motivate you. Because this launch, this plan, this specific plan, it's like a business accelerator. Do you guys remember when we were little and maybe not so little, but we used to play like Mario Kart? Do you guys remember Mario Kart? Anyone? Yes, please. Don't let me be that old. I'm not ready for it. Maybe your kids played Mario Kart if you're on here. All right. And you remember you would like drive over the rainbow strip and the rainbow strip gave you like the zoomies and made you blast? The rainbow strip is here. What's crazy to me is some of you, and you know in the game, you have the ability to drive on the rainbow strip. You also have the ability in the game to not drive on the rainbow strip. Let's talk about why it doesn't happen. Usually the rainbow strip is up on a hill and you take the chance of wrecking. That's called working outside your comfort zone. Well, I don't want to go up on the hill. What if I wreck or smash or whatever, and I don't catch the rainbow and I don't get faster and it actually adds more time to my track? So then there's those of you guys who play it safe and you just drive next to the rainbow and you just like, I don't really care what place I come in. I'm just wanting to play the game. And then there's those of us who are constantly watching the track looking for those rainbow moments, those accelerator moments. That's what we have here. I want to encourage you. The rainbow's here. Turn the wheel, lock in, take that acceleration. Here's what I'm talking about. If so you're going to take your fingers and go like this, me. If you help 3 brand new people get started and you help each one of them secure those first 20 customers, we'll say just for the sake of the example, can we talk about the total PTV there? Can we talk about that number? It's like 7,500 PTV now in your organization. You know what you did? You created not 1, not 2, but 3 director legs. Ah, what? Director legs, the foundational building aspect of our entire business? Yeah, you just whipped out 3 director legs. You just locked coordinator in, and you're just a few points shy of senior coordinator. So dang, for some of us, that's the exact roadmap we need to get to the next incentive trip. For a lot of you, this is what this does. It is the start of your run. I want you to think about where you want to be here. This paper goes everywhere with me, everywhere. You don't know, this is our compensation plan with like all our ranks and requirements and all the things. I literally, it's in every room that I'm in because I'm always referring to it. Where do you want to be come Nashville? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Because that run for that starts now. You have way more control than you think. You have way more opportunity than I think you can even wrap your head around. But we can't want our way there. We cannot wish our way there. We cannot think that just because we are where we are, that that is guaranteed. We have to elicit focused, intentional action. We have to have a plan. We have to execute on the plan. Trust me when I say you don't want to sleep on this. So we're going to go secure those customers for ourselves. We're going to have those numbers. We're going to go find our launch team. We're going to go find 3 to 5 new people that we can position for success with this. We're going to pop direct. I believe, I'm going to say, I believe that April is going to be our biggest month for directors in this business, company wide. Company wide. We're going to see more directors, more senior directors, more coordinators, senior coordinators pop. We're going to strengthen what I like to call like the middle class of like the organization, right? Of the entire, we're going to strengthen that. And you know what happens when you strengthen that? Everything gets better. Everything grows bigger. That's what's going to happen. But you're going to have to like really sink your teeth into this thing. Not be like, oh, I'll get excited when it launches. No, we're excited now. We're making moves now. We're having conversations now. That's what we're doing. We're not going to sleep on this. I want you. So with that, we're going to do that. We're going to have that idea in mind. Then you're going to go find someone on your team and you're going to go enlist a running mate. Hey, Cindy, the plan, I'm going to do this. Let's tag team. Let's do this together. I want you to be my running mate. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to work toward. Here's what we're accomplishing. You have an accountability partner. Then you have someone to bounce ideas off of. Then you have someone to check in with every single day and check your progress. And you know what? You know why they say the tide raises all ships? Because it's true. You want to know who the tide is? It's you. You are the tide. You are the raise that you're looking for. You are the next evolution of your business. It all starts with you. You are the momentum you are looking for. You just gotta flip the switch, babe. I've got goosebumps. It's like 90 degrees outside and I've got goosebumps. Sorry for all you East Coast people dealing with winter weather still. Sad for you, but whatevs. Like, ha ha ha. So, Canada, I know you're sitting here and you're like, rah, how do I take this same plan and like make it Canadian? How do I take all this energy and channel it into something that can be effective for me too? Guys, just because your product exists doesn't mean you can't launch it with the same level of reverence. You have a pain claim that we don't have. You have an incredible message on your product that we don't have access to. You have a life plus that in and of itself is phenomenal. Take everything that I just gave you and put it into motion, put it into action. If you're thinking, well, I'll just wait until we get it, you're delaying your potential, you're delaying your success, you're pushing everything away, far, far away. We want to bring it right on in and we want to get to work with it. That would be in my advice, and that is my current advice to all of the people in Canada on our teams right now. How do we have these conversations? I'm going to wrap it up here in the last 30 seconds, rapid fire. Because you're going to be able to lead the conversation with collagen curiosity. But in that conversation, we're going to position the pivot for the business. Hey, I want to chat with you about something. I'd love to talk with you about something. So I have a partnership. I have a partnership with a billion-dollar brand, with one of the most virally known, globally known collagen supplements on the planet. We're getting ready to launch the next evolution of the product. This is a conversation we need to have. I want to kind of show you what this could potentially look like. Would you be open to learning more? You share with them a little bit about what BioCell has done. We know we heard it all today. We talk about what we're doing, where we're going. And you just look, here's the deal. When this product launches, people everywhere are going to be looking to get their hands on it. You're going to have a link. You're going to be able to share that link. Let's just say 20 of your friends and family are like, ooh, curious. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I've seen that. Ooh, I want to get that. They click your link, they purchase. You know what? You know what that means for you? It's a little over $1,000 in commissions. This link to this product, like you're going to have an opportunity to be a part of $1 billion launch. Let me just rephrase it this way. This is literally how I talk to people, guys. You know Starbucks, right? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, we know what everything that Starbucks has done, right? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, and we all missed out on investing in Starbucks, right? They're like, yeah. So what if I told you, like what if Starbucks, like the founder came to you and was like, hey, we are next genning coffee. We've been able to put a new type of way to make coffee together that's like monumental, epic, life-changing, all these things. And we're reopening an opportunity to be a part of our next multi-billion-dollar launch. Would you be interested in like investing? What would you say today? Knowing what you know about what Starbucks has done over the last 50 years, what would you say today? They're like, well, duh, I would say yes. This is that kind of moment. And you wait. This could be the very thing that changes your family's life. Everything that you've been wishing you had more of, more time, more flexibility, more income, everything you've been thinking you wish you could provide for your family, those goals and dreams that you have for yourself that just seem always outside of your grasp, this could literally be the thing that gives you access to all of that. Best case scenario, everything I shared with you today happens. Worst case scenario, half of it does. Would you be okay with half of just what I shared with you in the first 30 days? Yeah, okay, then we need to get started. I want you to be a part of my launch team. I've even reached out to people and be like, listen, I'm being we're launching a brand new product in $1 billion category. It's going to be huge. I'm reaching out to a few key select people to work directly with me on this launch, meaning that we're going to work together to create incredible success. Do you accept my invitation to do this with me? People are floored. It's posture, it's position, it's conviction. You have to believe that you know where you are going. You have to believe that you are capable of taking people with you. You have to believe in everything that this is going to be in your businesses right now. And when you believe, others will believe, and they're going to come right along, and you're going to create something really amazing. And we're all going to look back a year from now and be like, I can't believe what we did. Look, wow, all the lives, all the lives we've impacted, the value we've brought, the things that we've changed. And it's only going to give us more momentum to continue to have these breakthrough moments, not just in Shaklee, but within our teams and our organizations. That's real impact. That's real change, you guys. And that's what we're working for every single day here is real legacy. So with that, Adriana, I'll turn it back to you.
Oh, Andrea, I can't say anything else but mic drop. Everyone, I hope you got some millions of nuggets out of this. Andrea, honestly, you are kicking this off with just the right motivation, the right thinking, the right mindset. You guys get on this rainbow strip with us. We're about to go. Don't be scared. We're about to go. So appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Ozma, Andrea, Kathy. Thank you so much for holding us down. And you guys, let's get ready because we about to go to a different level with this. So have a great Thursday, great rest of the week, and we will see you soon. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Shaklee makes no promises or guarantees regarding earning additional income or any other earnings opportunity. The success or failure of each Shaklee ambassador, like any other business opportunity, depends on your own skills and personal effort. Shaklee ambassadors do not earn compensation for the recruitment or sponsorship of other Shaklee ambassadors. The Shaklee compensation plan is new and has limited earnings history. The financial results of all Shaklee ambassadors for the preceding year under the existing compensation plans are contained in the Shaklee average earnings chart that can be found at us.shaklee.com/earnings, which does not include ambassador costs.